Hey mamas, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna talk about how difficult it's been probably for a lot of people who prefer working out in a gym setting versus working out at home every day. I know I'm having, excuse me, I know I'm having a hard time producing a ton of content like workouts for, at home, just because I'm so used to going to a gym and working out and being able to lift. And I don't have the budget to go out and get fancy gym equipment or order it on Amazon or anything like that. So it's really hard for me to feel like I want to work out every day at home. I work out with other YouTubers and that have really great at-home workouts and stuff like that. But I guess you could call this basically Let's Talk Fitness. So let's talk fitness in lockdown. So stay tuned and I'm going to talk more about that. Yeah, so it was just much easier to go to a gym every day and have like a set schedule for your gym workouts. And I feel like being in lockdown and not being able to go to the gym all this time has, affected my diet in a way. Like I've kind of fallen off track with being more accountable with what I eat because I can't do my normal workout schedule that I would be doing. So I've just kind of been relaxed about all of that. And although I like working out at home, I did it a lot when my children were younger and I just kind of got burnt out with it. That's why I joined a gym to begin with, because I just wanted, other options in terms of just being able to go somewhere and be involved in something besides just being stuck in the house. Because I was stuck in the house for years long before all this happened in the world, raising children and, being the whole stay-at-home mom. So as my kids got older, I was able to go back to a gym and, develop relationships in the gym. I started making friends. I hadn't made friends for years. It was basically like I was living in a cave for years, just me and my kids. And I came out of that cave and I looked around and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a whole world out here, and the world had changed and everybody was doing something different in fitness. And so I got really excited, and that's when I really got into weightlifting. And then, I did it, I was like so consistent and diligent about getting to the gym for like 2 years straight as my kids got older. And then I was like, you know what, I'm so into this, let me see if I can make this a career. So I decided to go back to school and do personal training. I'm still working on my certifications, but that's another vlog. But I decided to do that, and I just started working out way more and being way more diligent, getting up really early in the morning every day for like months on end and hitting that gym. And my husband at the time, he would watch the kids for me while I ran off to the gym. And then I had like this time schedule, so I'd always have to be back anyway to like watch my kids the rest of the day before my husband went off to work. But things were working. And then I got a divorce and it was a little harder, but I was still able to make it work and stuff like that. And then of course the virus came, and it just has completely thrown me off my game. And I've been just dealing with some mild depression about that. I think that's why it's been hard for me to create at-home workouts, because that's not really my style. I don't see a lot of fitness YouTubers really talking about how they've had to give up the gym, and transition into this whole home style of fitness. I think some of them are fortunate. They have the money to have the ability to buy the equipment like the barbells and the dumbbells and basically have an at-home built-in gym, or they have the space in which to create that, which I think is awesome. But for those of us who don't, we're losing gains, we're not reaching our fitness goals, we've kind of fallen off of our diet plans and goals in that way, and sticking to a consistent way of eating for the sake of getting more fit at the gym. And feeling our best selves. So I'm still vegan, but it's just like when you're vegan, you can also be junk food vegan. You can be imperfect. So in every diet, you can be not, a junk food eater. You can be not perfect. So I think just the gym sets a pace. Having a set schedule with your fitness and everything sets a pace. I think when you're at home, you can easily get lazy and like not want to get out of bed in the morning and do another workout, or somebody else's workout, or even create your own for that matter, because it's tough. It's hard to stay motivated at home. Home is home. Home is where you kind of want to like go relax and not work. There's already so much work you have to do in the home. As a mother, I know this better than anybody else. Like, I'm constantly cleaning and cooking and washing and wiping stuff up, and it's just exhausting. And then like to think of like you have to work out. I mean, I'm very good at it. I work out just about every morning at home, but it's just, the gym was like an outlet for me. After having worked out at home for years, after having my kids, the gym was like, when I finally joined the gym, it was like I said, it was just like there was a whole world that I hadn't seen for years. And it was like I was coming out of a cave, and I was like, bam, I'm back in the world, and I feel like myself a little bit more now, and that's kind of when I fell in love with lifting more, because I had this whole new perspective post-natal, and like how important muscle is, and how important it is for a woman to be strong and fit and not just be skinny. And because for the many years I was into like Tracy Anderson and yoga and Pilates, which I still love and I still do, by the way. This is no shade against Tracy Anderson, and this is no shade against doing Pilates or yoga. In fact, I still go to hot yoga. I've bumped that all up since everything happened. They've just recently reopened, so I probably will hit the yoga classes again. But I'm still waiting on my gym. My gym does not open until July, so I'm still just kind of like, oh my gosh, I miss my gym so much. So it's a small problem. Like, it's more of a personal thing. I don't know if other people that are really into fitness like me are dealing with that don't have the budget for like an at-home gym, and they can't even order stuff off Amazon because they're just not financially in that realm. And the only thing I can really say, because of what I'm going through, basically the same thing, is that we just have to wait it out and try to eat a little less than we would eat if we were actually lifting all the time and back on our normal lifting schedule, because obviously we're not burning the same amount of calories, and we're not going to get, we're more susceptible to gaining weight because we're not on a regimen like we normally would be. And even though we're working out at home and toning at home or going for runs and walks, it's not the same as getting that real lifting session in daily or 5 days a week, 6 days a week. So we just have to be a little bit more aware of what we're putting in. We can't just smash in tons of calories. When you're lifting and you're training, you can take in a lot more, and you're gonna get cut quicker and stuff like that. But we're not there right now, so we have to put a pause on it and just stay healthy. And I think the number one goal right now for people who love to work out, for people who are on a fitness journey, for people who want to stay fit for the long run, and for people who are in the fitness world themselves, which they probably already know. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but it's to just take care of yourself as much as you can. Try to be diligent about your meals. Try not to order food every day, because that's like big right now. Everybody just ordering takeout, Uber, maybe not Uber Eats, but like Grubhub and DoorDash and all that. Just try to like lessen that. I know it's easy to fall into that, especially with lockdown. As long as it's just like, I'm not cooking, I'm not motivated, blah, blah, blah. There's nowhere to go, there's nothing to do. So I get it. It's like really hard to like stay self-motivated and want to still stay fit, want to work on your appearance, want to stay healthy, all that stuff. I get it. Like, some days I have to force myself to do my hair, put on some makeup, just, make a workout video, all this kind of stuff. So I think it's really important that we don't lose that. I also think it's important that people don't, shun women so much for like wearing makeup or doing their hair right now. I mean, come on, we're in a like really crucial time in our history. And if we just want to feel a little bit good about ourselves, to lift up our spirits by doing our nails or our hair or our makeup, I mean, who says like all of a sudden, because the world's changed overnight, that we need to be like these martyrs and like put our hair back in buns and not wear any makeup or not do anything or stuff, or not be so superficial and think about our physical physiques in our bodies? That's our health, that's our well-being, that's our hygiene. And so what if we want to wear makeup and feel good about ourselves and refreshed and pretty? I think that's just human like psychology, and it's normal and it's healthy and it combats depression. I know if I had gone this whole time just feeling down, wearing my hair in a bun, not wearing any makeup, feeling like a scrub every damn day, I would have been fucking more miserable than, you know, normal. And I don't want to feel miserable. The whole goal of life is to get something out of it through good or bad, like to enjoy every moment of your life. And for me, enjoyment comes from, you know, taking care of myself, feeling fit, feeling strong, being as healthy as I can possibly be. Yes, I have days, I have cheat days, I have days where I eat vegan junk food. Of course, we all have those days. We all have pressures in life. Yes, I have a glass of wine every now and then, you know, but you can control it. You don't have to, just because things look scary in the world doesn't mean you have to go off on this insane binging session or be suppressive with your look. You know, I see people out in the world like not trying anymore. Just seems like people are just not really caring about their appearance that much anymore, because like what for? But it's like, I don't know. I just feel like that's like giving up and not really caring about yourself anymore on some levels. Like, it shouldn't be all wagered on, like, it should just be like something that lifts you up. If not wearing makeup and being natural all the time makes you feel good, and, you know, not doing your hair, not working out makes you feel good, and you just want to get into your soul and not focus on the outer, I try to do both. I try to focus on my outer and my inner. That's fine too. I'm not saying, hey, you gotta be, you know, dolled up every day to feel good about yourself, or you just look like a slouch and you don't care about yourself. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that, you know, you should put some care into yourself, because I just feel like it's like whatever's going on inside, it reflects on the outside on some levels. And I'm not saying that, like I said, it's okay to be natural and not put a lot of effort into your look, as long as you're happy that way. But if you're not happy and you feel like you have to be a certain way or act a certain way because everybody else is being this way and everybody else is being down and everybody else is wearing their face masks and not wearing any lipstick and blah, 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 then I understand that, you know, you feel the pressure to be like that, but don't. Like, if you want to still be the you were before all of this stuff went down, do that. I am, and it makes me feel a lot better. I mean, I'm not in denial about what's going on in the world. I'm not pretending like things are perfect, but for me, it just personally makes me feel better. It's a psychological thing, and I don't just believe in, this is why I don't just believe in the outer, because I just made my own point, because like, taking care of yourself, being the person you were before all of this happened is all about wellness. It's all about feeling good from the inside out and taking care of the inside as much as the outside. And those two things play off of each other. And, you know, for me, I feel good, you know, more often than not, just because I know how to work through that depression and that anxiety about what's going on by just taking care of myself. And you know, when I feel like I'm going down a path of focusing on it too much, I go, April, it's time to turn it around. It's time to work on your wellness. It's time to take care of yourself. Go do a workout, go for a run, put some makeup on, do your hair, like pick out an outfit that looks decent for the day. You know, like, don't let yourself go low. And this all helps, in my opinion. So, and it doesn't have anything to do with superficiality, in my opinion, or not worrying about the things that are going on in the world, not worrying about, you know, the future or what's going to happen next, but how much is that going to help us? Like, if we just worry about every little thing, we've obviously weren't be able to control a lot of what's just happened. So we're not going to be able to control everything coming. All we can do is control how we react to everything by taking care of ourselves. Again, staying healthy, getting sleep, not drinking a ton of alcohol, not smoking a ton of weed just because we're feeling down about the future. I get it. I understand. I struggle with anxiety, depression, all that when things are normal. So I get it. And there's moments where I'm just like, I go in my head when I'm out door dashing and just struggling to make ends meet. I go, shit, you know, fuck it. I'm just gonna go on an alcoholic binge, you know, this weekend or something. But then I rein it in and I say no, because I love myself enough not to do that. I love myself. I love my body. I've worked too hard for too many years to take care of me, to go out like that, you know? It's just like, you know, a couple months back, and this was before the pandemic, before everything happened with the protests and everything like that, I was just out of my marriage, and I was working at Volvo before I got laid off because of the pandemic, and I was depressed. I didn't like the job that I had chosen, but I chose any job because, you know, I'm now a single mom, and I have to take care of my children, and you got to do what you got to do. So I wasn't happy already, and I'd only been on the job for a short amount of time, but I knew it was like a challenging job. I didn't know if I could actually do what they hired me to do. I had a lot of fears and anxiety on top of the fact that I have anxiety. And I used to be a smoker back in the days in my 20s. And so I was at a 7-Eleven one day, and I hadn't had a cigarette in years, and I was getting gas, and I thought, maybe I'll just try it. I'll just get a single cigarette. They sell these singles where you don't have to buy the whole box and you just get a single, you know. And I was about this freaking close. I was like very, very, very close to buying a cigarette. And some voice inside me said, is this what you really want to do after all these years of not smoking and taking care of your lungs and your health, your long-term health, and at your age at this point? Is this something you want to represent to your children? Like, you have to get these voices in your head at the very moment you're about to do something that could take away your progress. Like if you have drinking problems, drug problems, whatever, eating problems, and just get that voice, that little voice inside your head. Listen to it that says, don't do it. Listen to that voice, because that day I decided to listen to that voice. And I handed that lady back that cigarette, and I said, you know what, never mind, it's okay. Like, I don't want it. I don't know, I would just change my mind, you know? That's all you have to do. It's not that big of a deal. So, I mean, it is in the moment, it's a huge deal. It's like, you're sweating, you're like, what am I doing? You're nervous, you're like, I don't want to go down this path again. I've been there, done that, I overcame it. So I get it. But in the moment, you got to be strong. You got to dig as deep as you possibly can and realize that you're better than that thing that you think you need in that moment. You are stronger than that thing that you think you need in the moment. And you can be so much more than you think you are right now. You just have to keep pushing and plugging. Like, my channel has gone nowhere for years, and I just keep on making vlogs when I can. I'm a busy mom of 2 very young children, one that's disabled slightly, and I just keep on going. You know, I've had literally like people follow me and unfollow me in the same week, you know, and how discouraging is that? But I just keep on going. There's a lot of reasons for me to quit, to give up, but you know what? It's like the cigarette. I love myself enough to keep doing me and to keep trying, because what other options are there in life, you know? And all kinds of things are gonna get in the way, including civil unrest, craziness in the world, random things happening, like we know what. And it's just like, you gotta just keep on moving and going. So if there's any message in this video at all, it's don't give up on your fitness goals, okay? If you get sick of working out at home, and the gyms aren't open in your area yet, go outside. Get some fresh air, like my dentist told me, my hygienist told me a couple days ago. Go for a walk. It doesn't have to be this jog for 8 miles, 10 miles, 9, whatever. You just have to take care of yourself. You know, you have to find a way in this situation to take care of yourself and remember where you were and what path you were on before all of this began. Cut down on your fast food days. Cut down on ordering food all the time, because that food is just full of crap. Let's be real. Most of the fast food stuff that you're gonna get is not gonna be worth anything. Try to get the energy to cook a meal. If you don't have the energy to cook a meal, make a salad. You know, there's all kinds of alternatives you can do to avoid having fast food, and it's a lot cheaper in the long run. So just don't give up, and you know, make plans for the future to maybe have the money to get a gym that you can have at home. That's what I'm telling myself, that I want to be able to have the money to have my own at-home gym in the future, so that I don't have to go if this occurrence continues or occurs again in the future, that I'm more prepared, not just with things and material things, but also Anyway, my goal with this vlog is just to help you stay motivated regardless of everything, all the craziness that's going on in the world. That's my goal with everything that I put out. Not only for myself, but for my viewers and my subscribers. So I hope this helped you tremendously in some way or another, just knowing that you're not alone and feeling like if you have those days where you feel like, what am I doing all this for? Why am I working so hard? Why am I trying to do X, Y, and Z with my fitness goals or whatever else you're trying to do in your life right now? And